Well, hopefully so, right? I mean, so you're talking about like technology, right? So I mean, this question, I mean, you're into SaaS platforms. You're working with Adobe right now. So what kind of tech stacks do you have? Like, what is your core, maybe three or four software that you do on a day-to-day basis that you would not be able to do what you're doing without having access to?
For me personally, that's a really good question. So a really good notes app, like I just use Apple Notes and I have it set up in a very, very specific way. But like notes is really, really important because I write everything down. I'm a big like planner. I don't really leave like anything in my mind. I prefer to have everything written out. So really solid notes app would be what first thing for like planning to do's, but also just like getting stuff out of your head and onto paper. Um, Simple one, email. Like I still use email, but I use it very purposefully. So I don't send like short messages or like messages that should be sent like on Slack or something like that, or through any messaging service. I use email for like, I want to send a specific message to land on this person's desk at this specific time. And it's really driven for a purpose. And that might be because I want them to action it straight away. It might be because I want them to see it when they wake up. It might be because actually I know that they're not going to get to this. And if I put it in Slack, it's just going to get lost. So like super simple, but email is still like a great tool. And learning how to use email is really important, like how to use it tactically rather than just sending stuff off for the sake of it. And then I say, well, the final one attached to all of that is Grammarly. Like Grammarly has changed my life. And um, when I discovered it, someone mentioned it to me. They're like, you have to write a lot in your job. I have to write a lot of stuff, whether that's team updates or emails, whatever it might be. Like, why don't you learn how to write really, really well? And I started using this product, and I was like, this changed the game. Like, I suddenly sound like I know what I'm talking about finally, and I can get my ideas out on paper, and it doesn't sound like a ramble. So, Grammarly has been amazing for me. Now it's like automatically running in the background for everything. And yeah, I would honestly say I've never been asked this question. That's why I'm kind of thinking out loud. But like that has made a huge difference to how I'm interpreted. And you always have to remember, obviously, how you're interpreting, how people are going to interpret your message and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely changed the game for me.
Wow, wow.